Here we go. So this is my this is a song I wrote in honor of Ukraine. Slava Ukraini. Let's go to Ukraine. Oh, by the way, Russia already lost this war when they did the full-scale invasion. Well, really, it was 2014. I was like right after I got out of the army too. So I went from soldier to mercenary into the Ukrainian army, the Ukrainian International Legion for the Territorial Defense of Ukraine. Or the International Legion for the Territorial Defense of Ukraine. There we go. I said Ukraine twice. But my second full song I've written, a rap song. So here you go. Wait, dude. See again. We'll hold it back a little bit. There you go. 2 pages. That fan is kind of making it hard to see. Anyways, so it's like I said, this is my second song. Artist, Ecstazy the rapper, that's me. Song, Ukraine Bleeds, is inspired by Biggie's Small song, Such and Such Bleeds. And the album is X Marks the Lights. And that's because what Ecstasy does to the lights, and it's called X. So X marks the spot. The Ecstasy let me come up with that. Here goes. I'm just gonna read it. I might kind of rap it just naturally. Here we go. I might send it to 50 Cent. He's my favorite rapper, and he was before he moved here to Shreveport. So I'm not a bandwagon type person. Kind of like I had a Cubs. I was watching the Cubs and had a Cubs hat before they won the World Series. Then you saw these Cubs fans all of a sudden popping up all over the place. Oh crap! Hold on. I had a carbonation. Oh fuck! I knocked over shit. That was empty. Here you go. I got something to drink. This right here is how you save a lot of money. So, let me put the cap on there. There we go, that's good enough. So, I'll read it. Ukraine bleeds just like me. Let's keep it G. When it comes to Putin, I'm the Grim Reaper. Ramzan Kadyrov is a creeper and Tom Peeper. Take the gun out the hands, turn around and shoot the Russians. Every Russian woman is a hoe. That's how it'll always go. I'm about to bring the snow. Russia, they already lost. Another Holodomor, Mr. Putin? Well, I say fuck no. Turn Moscow into Chernobyl. I know you're behind it. Ramzan Kadyrov was born for me to send him to hell. It's called destiny. You've all been testing me. You think you know how to outdrink? Wait until you go to Lviv, Ukraine. It's insane. I'll put you in that brain. Wait. I'll put that in your brain. Ukraine bleeds just like me. I joined up with the Ukrainian Legion. Went to war with the mafia and won by myself. Kievan Rus created Russia. So don't you ever say that shit about Ukraine is theirs. I'll sow fear all year. I know you're bringing cocaine into Ukraine. The goal is to introduce that curse that we call meth. The ecstasy lets me see this. The Serbs will do it. Fuck that Belgrade. Just ask the Bosnians. I love coke, but we can't have meth. That shit's too powerful. Hitler did it, and the NWO, they all hit it. Adopted by Ukraine. I don't care what you say. I'll go back. Fight Moscow any day. You can't stop this. You gotta go and take a piss. Here we go. You guys like that? It's gonna be a little hard to rap because I'm gonna have to kind of take out a lot of the ands and these and two. So y'all have to figure that out, how to make it. There's gonna be a lot of pausing, stopping and stop and go with that one. Oh, but yeah, I mean, I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna add on to it. But yeah, ever since this is kind of cool. See, joining the U.S. Army opened me up to nationwide opportunities. Joining the Ukrainian Army opened me up to international opportunities. So I was able to go worldwide with that choice. So the greatest choice I ever made, I thought, was joining the U.S. Army. Greatest choice I ever made was joining the Ukrainian Army. At the time, I was very sick of what was going on in America. I was very political at the time. Super political. I was just looking for a new country, and I found it. Yeah. So, what was I going to say? Oh, well, if you want to know Kadyrov, Ramzan Kadyrov, go look that piece of shit up. He's the leader, you could say the president of Chechnya. You need to know what this guy did during the Chechen wars. They say Putin bombed a bunch of apartment buildings and everything to rise to power and stuff. And some people say Kadyrov helped him. Kadyrov is evil. Kadyrov is Putin's bulldog right now, but Kadyrov is worse than Putin, or will be. That piece of shit sent Chechnyan soldiers into Ukraine just to do what happened to me when I was a kid, and then kill them. Which is, I hate to say this, but I'm not going to say it. I'll spell it. RAPE. That's why he sent in Chechen soldiers into Ukraine and then murder them. Ukrainian soldiers are the only soldiers in the world who would send back the bodies of the enemy that they took out. Only Ukrainians would have came up with that. And that's because Ukraine, they invented the term love and beauty. Even the fat Ukrainians, the overweight Ukrainians, even they look good. Even if you're not partying, if you're with a Ukrainian, you feel like you're partying. And if you think you can outdrink a Ukrainian, no, they let you win, son. You can't outdrink a Ukrainian. Not even a Ukrainian child. A Ukrainian child will outdrink you, no matter who you are. Man, I've got Ukrainian ancestry, but I wasn't born and raised there. I was. I would have picked Lviv. That city is. That city is right here. That city's got a special place in my heart. Might head back there for a few weeks during the winter, like in January, February, to just experience what winter's like. From what I understand, winters are more brutal in Ukraine than Russia. That's what I understand. But I don't hate the cold like I used to. I really don't even hate the cold anymore. I kind of like it now. I also like the hot. You know, being born and raised in Louisiana. This is hoodie. I'm not trying to brag on myself here, but I'm one of the few people born and raised in Louisiana that can wear a hoodie all year, all summer long. If you've never been here, if you've never come here to Louisiana during the summer, which our summer's like, you know, you could say our summer's like 9 months long, or at least 8 months long. You don't know what hot and humid is until you come here. Yeah. And people all the time ask me, how are you able to wear that hoodie? Yeah, I can. No matter how hot and humid it is, I can wear a hoodie. Definitely during the winter I'll be wearing a hoodie because As hot and humid as it gets here in Louisiana, it can get freaking cold. Also, like our cold is a different type of cold. Ours is a wet cold. Now the worst humidity I've ever experienced and ever will experience, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, when I was in the Army. That's humidity that sticks to you. See, our humidity here in Louisiana, it's kind of like it just kind of surrounds you. You feel like it's kind of going up and down and floating around you. But that humidity up in Missouri, it sticks to you and it follows you inside to an air conditioned building, and then it's like it takes another 10 seconds for it to like clear off of you. It's bad. Don't ever go to Missouri during the summer. Now it doesn't get as hot. It gets almost as hot. There were days where it was up into like 99 or 100 degrees. But here in Louisiana, we can get up to like, well, this summer wasn't as hot and humid as last summer. Last summer it was getting up to like 113 degrees or something like that. Now during that summer, there were times I did have to take my hoodie off. Yeah, but I hope you guys like the song. One more thing. Ever since I joined the Ukrainian army, just here and there, Ukrainians are popping up. Maybe there's a reason for that, because of some stuff I'm coming to realize and see that's getting exposed to me. I'm supposed to tell these Ukrainians about what's going on, so they can get the word back to Ukraine. I'm supposed to be making these videos too. And this is how I continue to further serve Ukraine, my people, my secondary country. But really, it's a little bit more important to me than America. I feel more connected to Ukraine because I know. Fuck it, yeah. You know, I've had a struggle. A lot of shit happened to me. Just like the Ukrainians, but nowhere near what's happened to the ones that are born and raised over there. Also, I'm coming up with a nightclub. Came up with a nightclub called The X, inspired by Ecstazy. And well, here we go. Also, dude, this is my. Let's see if I can find it. This is gonna be the sign. It's not much. Though I'm still working on it. Just the coloring and all that. There we go. You can see. There you go. The X Rave Club. It's just gonna be called the X. That's why I got these. You see that box and that triangle? Yeah. So it's just the X. Then there's gonna be the X2. There's gonna be the XTC. So I already have an email well, I got two emails for the X. One is just the X at yahoo.com. Go ahead and email it. I know the X Nightclub at yahoo.com. The other one is the X Nightclub at Europe.com. There's nightclubs all over Ukraine. I'll be starting a nightclub in Ukraine too, as well. At that nightclub, we'll be warning people about meth, crystal meth. It's making its way into. They're trying to bring it into Ukraine, and that's how they're going to try to further hurt Ukraine. They're going to get those people addicted to it. Right now, it's just the cocaine. Which is great. Cocaine's great, man. If you never had it before, I'm not gonna say do it. You might want to consider giving it a shot, just once. You can do that with cocaine. Meth? No, sir, you can't. It doesn't work that well. Too powerful. I told that to the Ukrainian that I met 3 weeks ago or so at the nightclub. Um, and I kind of learned how nightclubs work and the business and all that. And I've written them reviews and given them song suggestions and all. I'm taking a big break from it though because it's a money hole. Um, I told this to the Ukrainian after I gave him some coke and because he was asking for it and so I was like man I'm gonna make this guy's day and he was having a great time. He was dancing and everything, but he wasn't out of control. See, that was a bunch of bull crap, bunch of nonsense. Where back in like the '80s when they were trying to say, you have zero control over yourself when that cocaine binds to those dopamine neurons. That wasn't true. Now PCP and Flocka, yeah, different story. PCP is how you end up naked in somebody's front yard trying to lift their car up and then charging the police and then they shoot you to death. Yeah. Yeah, don't. Free drugs. No, I'm not gonna say don't do PCP. Because you gotta have a large amount of PCP for it to be like an upper, for it to be a stimulant. Two drugs you should never do. It's one I've already talked about, which is meth. Except for an exception, maybe disoxin, methamphetamine hydrochloride. But that leads to crystal meth. That'd be a gateway drug. That'd be a gateway drug into crystal meth. So we can't have that. I won't be allowing that in my clubs, or in especially crystal meth. I'm about to have the money, big time money, to start the nightclub. It's gonna be here in Shreveport. If you're part of 50 Cent's crew, you're watching this, you're part of 50 Cent's crew, G Unit, and 50 himself, you guys get in for free. One reason is because you guys are going to be bringing in a lot of money for me. People earn 50 cent, and I got all these different numbers, and I can text people right now, and then they can text people, and within not even 2 hours, I would have people just flooding in. What we do is we'd say you can only be here for a certain amount of time, for 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours. And then you have to let other people come in because we are going to limit how many people can come in. It's going to be a rave and it's going to be a nightclub and a rave and a daytime club, a bandstand, and the main focus is going to be the rap battles. Oh man, if you've never been in a rap battle before, if you've never been around a rap battle, let me tell you something about all you rock fans, and I'm a fan of rock. Right. Freestyling is, especially like Biggie Smalls and all that, Tupac, but really Biggie Smalls. That's just difficult as learning to play an instrument. You need to ask yourself why you don't like rap and hip hop. In all honesty. I know. They know. You kind of got a problem with them. We know it. I can't believe that out of ignorance, not racism, just out of ignorance, in hate for the Democrat Party. Because I still don't like the Democrats, by the way. I don't like Republicans either. But I allow the ignorance that other people put into me for their hatred, from their hatred, got put into me. Not their hatred, but their opinion on rap and hip hop. For so long, I didn't like rap and hip hop. I look back on that now, I'm just like, how in the fuck did I not like this stuff? It's great. You know what? One thing I hate about rock
is the tempo and all that. The main sound, it drastically changes. And it changes into a completely different sound. I hate that. I hate it. I wish that was the sound. The instrumentals would stay the same the whole song. That's what I like about rap and hip hop. Only the vocals change. Obviously, it's just the lyrics. That's one reason I really don't like techno. I like subgenres of techno. You know, electronic rock. Oh man, y'all need to go look up a band. It's a very odd name, but I put that into song suggestions at Larry Flint's for the DJ. I had all these different genres of music, and under techno, I put a Spleen United. They are technos and electronic rocks, and really Denmark's best kept musical secret. They had some incredible songs, at least in my opinion they did. I got into their music through skating videos. I grew up doing aggressive inline, and man, I did that stuff for a long time. Which is aggressive inline's cooler than skateboarding and BMX. Sorry, it's the reason why it's making a big comeback. We started the X Games. Anyways, they're out of Denmark, out of Copenhagen. Happiest country in the world. It's been voted that and declared that by actual experts a bunch of times. Denmark is the happiest country in the world. It's a perfect balance of everything. Even the garbage men are making something like $64,000 a year or something like that. That's a garbage man. They're making that. So yeah, thanks for listening to my song. I might have gotten off track and forgot what I was talking about on some stuff. I do that a lot. But yeah, we can't be letting methamphetamine hydrochloride or crystal meth into Ukraine. Ukraine is very important. Moscow is further south of northern Ukraine, so that means they gotta go like this. They have to go up and around. So that's why they're trying to take out Ukraine. One reason. Then they make their way to all these other countries. Then the Serbians link up with the Russians. The Belarusians, they start heading further west. And then what do they do? Well, then they come over to America. Canada first, probably. I don't think China would be involved. That's just stupid. No, that's about us going to war with China. That's a distraction. China knows it wouldn't win against us because China, as the People's Republic of China, has never been to war with anybody. Modern day China has never been to war with anybody. So and the whole world knows you can't defeat America from the outside, and it has to be defeated from the inside. Might be the same way for Ukraine. So I'm here to expose all this. I'm gonna keep making videos about this. Yeah, those are my people over there. The Serbian mafia would would be working with the Ukrainian mafia and the Russian mafia. And I've already been to war with the Russian mafia, and they're more brutal than the Serbian mafia. Now, Ukrainian mafia is more brutal than the Russian mafia. There's no pussies in Ukraine. Ukraine is not a country for cowards. There's plenty of pussies in Russia. Even here in America, oh man. Plenty of cowards, especially in the government. And so, if you're Serbian mafia and you're watching this, I've already been to war by myself and won against a mafia members that are more tough than your mafia members. And then I can escape to Kosovo or Albania. They don't like you guys, and the Ukrainians don't like you guys. Don't make me, and I'll do it. Don't make me pack up my shit and head into Kosovo. Recruit people. Pay them with the money, the $4,000 a month I get from the army for 100% army compensation. Pay some of them to help me. Invest their money. I'm good at investing. I've made a lot of extra money with investing. Invest their money for them and multiply it or triple it. Double or triple it, and give them U.S. military training. Because I'm good at locating. I'm good at finding the black market in the underworld. It comes to me a lot of times. Kind of like the Ukrainian Legion came to me. That's true for everybody who joined the Legion. So if we tell you about it, Ukrainian Legion, two things. Either you were destined to also join up with us, or you were destined to never join it. But if you discovered the Ukrainian Legion, especially on the internet, and you said, "Oh, I don't know about this," then you were never supposed to join it. But if you immediately jumped at the opportunity and you said, "What is this?" Like what we did, congratulations, you understand destiny. So, Serb Mafia. I've already dealt with your comrades over in Lviv, Ukraine, that were there illegally. And I know where they operate too, still. And how they operate. You want to bring in cocaine and especially ecstasy, I might even help you with that. If you're not going to turn that cocaine into crack. No, I believe every drug should just be legal. That doesn't mean I'm going to let methamphetamine go into Ukraine. Methamphetamine is super amphetamine. It's ultra amphetamine. You take something that's pure, something that's good, that works for all this stuff, and you give it, you boost the effects, but you're boosting positive effects in terms of pleasure. You're creating negative effects in terms of the benefit that you get from amphetamine. Especially if you're like me and you got ADHD and bipolar and all this stuff that makes all your units of everything incredibly low. Yeah, then you're gonna, because we don't know how many people in Ukraine have ADHD or ADD and bipolar and all that. They don't really know. So if they were if they were to have all that get this no longer happen through cocaine, like what's being introduced all over Ukraine. And it works. Cocaine works for ADHD and bipolar and all that. I mean, and especially ecstasy. And best sleep you'll ever get in your entire life is on ecstasy, because what it does is serotonin. Serotonin makes me sleepy. So ecstasy is similar to amphetamine, but it's not really amphetamine. It's definitely not methamphetamine. It just has that in the title, but it's not. It amps you up in a good way. Everybody in the world can control themselves on ecstasy too. Unless you fall in love, then you might spend a lot of money on that girl, like I did when I first got into ecstasy. And then later on comes the sleepiness, but it's not a crash. You're not crashing. That's what you guys need to introduce into Ukraine. I could say don't make me introduce ecstasy to Russia, because they wouldn't be fighting anymore. They'd be hugging each other. It'd be like the what's that? What was it? The Transnistrian War over in Moldova. There's a little strip of land, tiny little strip of land that all over eastern Moldova. Moldova is the poorest country in Europe. There, they still use a Soviet era currency, and they want Marxism again. The Ukrainians never wanted that shit. But during that Transnistrian war, it was a very odd war. They'd fight each other during the day, and then they would sit around the campfire drinking together. And like telling war stories to each other. Very odd war. Very, very odd. Go look that war up. Speaking of wars, it was a small war, but it really is a war of skirmishes. And all these wars are popping up all over the place that nobody's really hearing about, but a lot of people are at the same time. You had like Armenia and Azerbaijan, and I did what they did during the U.S. Civil War, where they supplied both sides. Yeah. I donated to both sides on that war, the Armenians and the Azerbaijanis. For a long time, I was donating money to both sides. And then you would say, well, why did you donate to Ukraine? Whoever says I didn't. I did more than donating. I joined their military to fight the Russians. We did more. I already said this in another video, but you couldn't hear it very well because I had music playing. We did more for the Ukrainians, for Ukraine, than the U.S. federal government did by sending money over to Ukraine. We're the only reason why, and technically America did break its promise, but we're the only reason why America didn't officially break its promise to Ukraine about we would be there for you when you give up your nuclear weapons. So all you people who are against the war, you need to remember how all of America, when that was being signed, how all of America supported it. Maybe you forgot. And it's pretty sad that a guy who wasn't alive yet. I was almost alive. I was born in 93. I was almost alive. It's pretty sad that you bash on my generation and all that, but we're educating you on all this shit. Bash on us all you want, but we saved America's ass in some ways. We fulfilled America's promise to Ukraine. I've already said this in another video, but joining the U.S. Army opened me up to nationwide opportunities. Joining the Ukrainian Army opened me up to worldwide opportunities. So I had to make the best choice of my life to get to the best choice of my life, which was joining the U.S. Army, so I could then join the Ukrainian Army. And technically, I didn't join the Ukrainian Army also. Officially. Unofficially, I joined. You guys want to take this to The Hague later on or something like that, you have nothing on us. Because we technically weren't in the Ukrainian Army, even though we were. You better take everybody who joined the Legion to trial. But before you do that, just remember, we could be waiting outside that courthouse. We could have our Legion allies, comrades, waiting outside that courthouse, hidden, armed, with all the training and experience we got. And if we don't come out in 15 minutes, you guys come in. And you don't know how many of us there are going to be. We are an elite fighting force. We're not going anywhere. And especially because we're mercenaries. Because once you're a mercenary, that's it. You're always one. You can always be a mercenary. There's no such thing as a former mercenary. Former soldier, yeah. You're going to hate to hear this, but former Marine, yeah. There's just such thing as a former Marine. You may not want to hear that. You may disagree with that, but you're not in the Marine Corps anymore, buddy. So, and I met a Marine in the Legion. Cool dude. This may sound really weird, really cheesy. Okay. But he was black. That black guy is just as much of a Ukrainian as I am. He earned that right. A black guy can relate to the struggles of a Ukrainian. That's really it's the, and people have said this before. The Ukrainians are the black people of Europe. You know what great thing about Ukraine? Those people never owned slaves. There was no, they've been enslaved before. So you can also say that Russia's just taking back their land, and that's not their land. Okay, you need to learn the history. When you say Ukraine belongs to Russia, then you're ignorant. All right, Kiev and Rus. All right, that's where Ukraine began. That's what created Ukraine. It was an empire. Kievan Rus, Russia. Kiev created Russia. Kiev was a city when Moscow was just a little village. Russian came out of Ukrainian, so the Belarusian came out of Ukrainian. You think Russian's hard to learn? Good luck with trying to learn Ukrainian. The only thing I know is Slava Ukraini. That's how I glory to Ukraine. Oh fuck! I forgot to throw that into the song. I'm glad I said that. I might go back in and throw that in there. Or make another song. Fuck it, I'll do another song. So this will be called Slava Ukraini. That might be a hit. This song might be a hit over in Ukraine. 50 Cent could help me out with that. But yeah. Anyways, hope you guys like the song. Thanks for watching.